Hello and welcome to Tasting with Mike and Matt. I'm Mike Veach and this is my partner in crime, Matt Kohorst.
Howdy.
And today we're going to taste a couple of new products here. You've got a friend, Becca's friend, lives up in Columbus, Ohio.
Right. Yes.
And I believe Becca was up visiting her and they had this Hayner whiskey. Hayner is an old brand, pre-prohibition brand. They had a very big mail order business.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been familiar with the brand ever since I got into the whiskey history. United Distillers, they had one of the Hayner's bar decanters with the combination lock top.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was, to keep your servants out of your whiskey. But you had to have some pretty dumb servants because the combination was 7. But
So you know a lot about the
so
history of
they
this
were making some whiskey before Prohibition. They kind of went out of business with Prohibition, but as things go nowadays, people are bringing back old brands, old distilleries, and and I'm happy to see this. It was a well-known. I'll be honest with you. I've never read anything that suggested that it was anything other than a common whiskey. There was nothing special about Hayner whiskey.
Right. Says the mail order thing.
Yeah.
Made it so big.
Right.
Was that just because they were one of the only ones that were doing that?
Oh no, there was several companies that were doing that.
Okay.
But they were one of the better ones. There was one company that E.H. Taylor wrote that he said, to call Duffy's malt whiskey a whiskey is an insult to all other whiskeys. But Hayner had had a good reputation. It was good whiskey, but it wasn't exceptional whiskey.
Right. Okay.
Well, let's hope that what they're doing nowadays, they're planning on making some exceptional whiskeys, and we'll find out here as we taste this.
So, going back to what we're talking about, reviving these old brands now, is this something in your lifetime? Is this the biggest boom you've seen in
Oh yeah.
It's just huge right now. It seems like.
Well, you got to remember, when I was your age, bourbon was still, just coming out of a depression, basically.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of brands had died out completely. The brands that did survive were usually owned by Heaven Hill or Barton because they picked up the brands when they went out of business. But in the last 20 years, there's been a lot of people that have gotten back into the whiskey business and got their family's brand, trademark. You got to remember, if you were in a family of these distilleries in, say, 2005, you could probably have bought the trademark for that brand for $100.
Wow.
And registered it.
That's awesome.
And that's what a lot of them did. We've tasted several of them. Big Breyers.
Right. Yeah.
Hayner's here, of course, but there are several others that are.
Yeah, it just keeps more and more just keep popping out. So
more and more.
It's just going wild right now. The whiskey business. It's great.
So I'm very happy that somebody up in Ohio has done the Hayner's. I'm looking forward to trying this. We've never tasted these.
We haven't tasted these. We literally just took the plastic off the top and have not cracked the. These are old school kind of stills here, right?
So what we have here is Hayner Straight Bourbon, which is interesting because they tell you it's a 3-year-old bourbon because it's a mixture of 15% 3-year-old whiskey, 45% 4-year-old whiskey, and 40% 13-year-old whiskey, bourbon whiskey. So it's a blend of straight bourbons.
Okay.
It should be a very interesting. I love the label. The bottle is reminiscent of the old Hayner's bar decanter that I told you about.
Oh, okay, cool. Is it the ribbing up here?
Yeah, the ribbing up here.
Yeah.
I think the bar decanter was a little deeper, a little drops a little bit more, and maybe the ribbing ran up the deck.
Mm-hmm.
But it's reminiscence of that. But the label, very modern, stylistic.
That was a cool label. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the woman is here, but it's very interesting.
Hopefully she's
Well,
drinking good
let's-
whiskey.
Oh, that's a tight cork. Should have been a screw cap. You know I love my screw caps.
Yeah. You know, I had a, was it a wild turkey cap that just kind of, well, no, not a cap, but a cork.
It
It
just
just
fell
kind of
apart.
crumbled and fell apart. I'm like, he's right about the screw caps.
So let's nose this.
I'm getting like, all right, so I'm getting hints of tobacco, vanilla.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Caramel.
rich vanilla, almost a French vanilla.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not picking up any really fruit.
Not really.
Maybe I should warm it a little.
So when you do that, you put it right next to your heart, right?
Right, and
Cover it.
cover it. Let the heat cause a little evaporation in the glass, and it'll release more aromas. Oh, that's much better.
There we
Now-
go. There's
now-
the fruit.
yeah.
You're right. Like the fruit pops right out.
Right. I'm thinking it's ripe apple and pear.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you on that pear. For sure.
Just a hint of baking spices. A
Yeah,
little
that'll
oak.
open up quite a bit because it was a little muted before, but and warming it up really is bringing out
Yeah.
some things. All right.
So let's taste it.
That was pleasant.
Yeah, it's very pleasant.
Floral.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm getting like honeysuckle and lilacs.
mm-hmm.
I'm getting that real rich French vanilla.
Yeah.
I'm getting that pear.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a really ripe pear.
It's funny because like we had to heat it up to really get like that fruitiness out of it, but like when you taste it, I mean, you're
Yeah.
getting a nice plethora of floral and yeah, and then the pear really hits as well. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Really smooth, sweet. A little hit of caramel and vanilla there towards the end.
Yeah. The finish is medium long. I wouldn't say it's real long,
Yeah.
but it's definitely very fruity. It's like pear with a little oak tannic dryness,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not a bitter tannic at all.
I would say if you like kind of like pear wines,
Yeah.
you kind of like this, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or pear ciders. Yeah.
Pear
Ever had a
ciders.
Perry?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When we were in London, we had Perry together, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is kind of reminiscent of that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah. So let's try the cranberry. Let's see what it does. That really brings out the pear.
It does.
You know, it reminds me of that Huber's pear brandy I have here, the 15-year-old pear brandy from Huber's. You're getting that pear, you're getting the oak, you're getting a little bit of baking spice.
So you can tell when they were selecting this, they were thinking, I want something fruity and floral. Like,
Yeah.
Because it's real mellow on like the caramels and the vanillas and the chocolates. It's
Right.
It's
Yeah, and I should say this is probably sourced whiskey, because it just says on the bottle, I believe, bottled by. Yeah, bottled by.
so you're thinking probably MGP kind of stuff.
Probably MGP, but it could be Bardstown Bourbon Company.
Okay.
Because they've been around long enough to know they've got some old barrels to sell.
Oh, okay.
It
Hey,
could-
let us know, Hayner.
Yeah.
Let us know what you got.
well, they probably can't. There's probably a non-disclosure clause.
Well, then, then maybe just let us know. Kind of.
So let's try this with pecan. That was a good pecan.
You know, that kind of brings out a little bit of that caramel and chocolate that I was
Yeah.
missing.
And that pear is still there, but not as much as it was in straight,
Right.
but it's there. And with that chocolate, it makes it really pleasant.
Really pleasant, longer finish.
Mhm.
Nice oak.
Mm-hmm. Still not very spicy.
Not really spicy, no. But I'm getting like a little bit of tobacco back there.
Yeah, a
which
little
is
tobacco
nice.
or
Yeah.
maybe old leather.
Mm-hmm. This one, like, I don't know, it kind of adheres to like both of these very well. Like it has a chameleon-like almost.
Yeah,
It can
in
change.
different ways. They're very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, so I can't wait to try it with the
Well,
dark chocolate.
let's try it with the dark chocolate. Once again, that pear really comes out.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, it's not as caramelly or chocolatey.
It's weird. I'm getting like
vanilla and pear.
a weird cinnamon thing going on too.
And so, think of a poached pear. You ever had a
I don't think I've
poached
ever had
pear?
one.
Where they poach it like in wine, white wine?
Mm-hmm. Is it like
Dry white wine that gives you a little of that oak, a little of that
yeah, a
little spiciness.
Yeah. Okay, I see that now. Yeah.
Once again, the finish isn't very long.
Right. This one's not bad. I like this one.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see what they did with the rye. So this is a straight rye, blend of straight rye whiskeys. It is a 90 proof. What did we say the proof was on this? Once again, it was 90 proof.
Okay.
No age statement. Yeah, this rye, I just noticed on the strip stamp, it says it's batch 2, whereas the bourbon was batch 1.
Okay.
Get a drink of water. Yeah, once again, I think we need to.
Yeah, open it up. Which I don't mind doing.
Yeah. But you would think in the middle of July you wouldn't have to do this. But
Here we are. There we go.
yeah.
Lemon
Get-
zest,
Lemon zest, ryegrass.
ryegrass. A lot of that classic kind of rye stuff.
Yeah.
In there, yeah.
There's a little tobacco or leather.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaning more towards leather than tobacco.
I think you're right. Yeah.
A little baking spices, a little oak. That lemon zest. Maybe just a hint of
Peach.
peach. Yeah.
No, I'm getting a little hint of peach myself.
I was gonna say apricot, but I could see peach. Let's taste it.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Apricot or peach. I think that,
Yeah.
I could go with both there, but very fruity.
Yeah, very fruity. A lot of apricot, peach, a little cinnamon, nutmeg,
Mm-hmm.
a little vanilla, a little oak.
Very pleasant. You know,
Very pleasant.
You know, like it. Let me take one more sip here. It's almost like if you ever had like a fruity kind of like candle or something. You're like, man, that smells great. I wish they had a flavor like that. You know?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what I'm getting: vanilla, peach, creaminess.
And even a
It's
little
alright.
bit on the finish in particular, I'm getting just a little bit of that lemon zest.
Yeah, the lemon zest. Yeah, it's
Well, let's see what a cranberry does.
yeah. Let's check it out.
It's interesting. It took the fruit out of it again.
It did. Gave it a little spice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking like maybe that gave me like a little cinnamon.
A little cinnamon, a little nutmeg,
Not bad.
maybe just a hint of cardamom.
Mm-hmm. So maybe like nice baking spicy kind of thing going on. I get a little bit of vanilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The finish is definitely like oak and that little bit of.
Yeah. Do you think
Cinnamon.
it shortened it a little bit?
I think it did,
Yeah.
but not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
I'd be interested in trying this at like 100 proof if they'd have bottled these at 100 proof. Pecan. That brought the cinnamon and the lemon back.
Oh man, the lemon's coming through hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That peach really comes in on the finish,
Mm-hmm.
but on the taste, it's lemon.
It's all lemon. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
pleasant.
Mhm.
Very nice. Once again, reminiscent of like a yeah. It's in like a nice, pleasant candle, like almost like it has that. Yeah. I don't know.
Actually, you know what I was thinking? It reminded me a lot of. You ever had a paper plane cocktail? It's like bourbon or rye with lots of lemon juice and some other stuff. But this kind of reminds me of a good, well-made. Matter of fact, this would probably make a very good paper plane cocktail.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have to make a video. We'll have to make a paper plane sometime.
Yeah.
That's a cocktail video. That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah.
I'm
We'll
going to
use
say
this-
where, but Rosemary had one that was not so good the other day. I mean,
yeah.
it was way too lemony. You couldn't even taste the whiskey.
Oh.
You know, out there, if you're making a cocktail, taste the whiskey. You know,
That's gotta be
That's-
the big. That's
yeah.
gotta be the forward. Yeah.
right. If you can't taste the whiskey, then you might as well have used vodka. You know,
Right.
and if you're using vodka, the only reason you're drinking vodka is to get drunk. So
That's so true. 100% true.
that's true.
Exactly.
It's the only reason you're drinking vodka. There's no taste to it, so
Yeah. It doesn't taste like anything. It's
Right.
like rubbing alcohol, pretty much. You know. Yeah.
good vodka is flavorless, odorless, and tasteless. Yeah. So let's clean her out. So let's try it with chocolate.
Made it like citrusy
Mhm.
for me. A little caramelly.
I was like, to me, it really brought out the caramel with just a hint of lemon zest and a hint of spice. But it was like caramel,
Yeah.
which with the lingering taste of the dark chocolate, it was like eating a chocolate caramel candy
Yeah. Which isn't bad.
with just a little hint of lemon.
Yeah. But overall, I think these two products are very good. I'm not sure what the price tag was on them.
I don't think it was horrible. I think it was probably, $30, $40 a
$30,
bottle.
$40. Yeah, give them a shot. This one, like we're talking about paper plane, maybe try making a cocktail out of the rye,
Yeah. Yeah. If you're going to make a cocktail, Paper Plane might be a good one.
Yeah.
For the bourbon, I think I might actually consider a whiskey sour on that.
Whiskey sour on that one. Yeah.
And, with the peach and lemon flavors that we're getting out of that.
Yeah, I think it's good stuff. I think, yeah. Keep on.
So, Hayner, you're doing a good job. Keep it up.
All right.
Looking forward to when you get some of your own product in the bottle.
Definitely. Cheers.